All right, Virgo. Last but not least today, I hope that you guys enjoyed your weekend, got some rest, okay? Reset for the week, and I hope today has been a positive, happy Monday for you guys. All right, so I've already called on to the spirits of light, truth, and clarity. Now I want to welcome in any of you guys' spirit guides, Virgos, that may be divinely guided to this message, okay? If you guys want to reach out for personal readings or donate to this platform, all of that info will be in the description if you're watching from Princess Diamond Tarot, okay? So let's go ahead and look into seeing what's going on with Virgos. What is going on with the Virgos? Don't worry about what messages come out, Virgos, because we will get advice if it's something that's, kind of hard for you guys to deal with, okay? So Spirit Guides of Light, Truth, and Clarity, what's going on with Virgos? Virgos out there, sun, moon, rising, anywhere they have it in their chart, and this is a timeless message. So whenever you guys come across this reading, there could be some messages for you that resonate. All right, Five of Wands. I definitely see a lot of bickering, okay? This could be healthy competition if that doesn't resonate with you guys. I feel like there is some sort of energies that many of you guys are clashing with at this time, or there's just something that you guys are fighting for, okay? There's definitely something, whether this is in love, okay? Whether this is in career, business, all right, or this is just in your personal life. I definitely am seeing that there is some sort of competition or some sort of battles at this time, all right? What's going on with Virgos, Spirit Guides of Light, Truth, and Clarity? What's going on with the Virgos? What's going on with the Virgos now? Okay, Ten of Swords. A lot of you guys definitely feel like you can't come back from something, okay? Something has expired, something has ended, okay? Some of you guys could feel backstabbed and betrayed, all right, because of something that you guys agreed to, something that someone said, or something that you guys said, okay? I am picking that up. This was definitely done deceptively, Virgo, okay? Somebody was sneaking, somebody was lying, all right? There was just some sort of deception concerning this betrayal, this backstabbing energy, or maybe some of you guys are doing this, all right? Take it as it resonates and leave what does not, Virgo. What's going on with Virgos? What's going on with Virgos at this time? What's going on with Virgos? All right, so you have the Eight of Swords. Okay, it's really not looking good, Virgos, but don't fret. We are definitely going to pull advice, okay, y'all? All right, there's definitely you guys feeling bound, stuck to a situation, some actions, some things that was said or done. I feel like it's playing over and over in you guys' head, and it has you feeling stuck, okay? Mentally trapped, mentally bound to something. If not, many of you guys are definitely facing some sort of physical incarceration. Excuse me, you guys. It might be all of this incense. I don't know, okay? But I definitely feel like there's some sort of physical altercation or some sort of, well, yeah, it could be altercation, but I mean incarceration, all right? There could be somebody that you guys love, a Leo, a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, that is dealing with some sort of legal situation or jail situation, prison situation, all right? If it's not physically incarceration, I feel like there's a situation where many of you guys mentally feel stuck, betrayed, bound, okay, concerning the situation. I do see this could be about a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, air sign, or a Leo, Aries, Sag, fire sign, okay? Let's get y'all last card about what's going on, and then we're going to pull advice after we clarify these, Virgo. All right, yeah, something that happened in the past, you guys. If this didn't already happen in the past and that doesn't resonate with you guys, I feel like this is something that you guys are, it's going to happen. You know that there's going to be some sort of conflict or competition. You guys already know. Hi, how are you, Sharma? You guys already, excuse me. Let's clear my throat chakra, you guys. The message is clearly our enemy, okay? The enemies don't want these messages out. We just gotta clear the throat chakra, okay? Here you guys are showing up at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Pentacles energy, all right? If this is not you guys showing up overall in this situation, okay, that is possibly having to do something strategic, okay, or there's just some sort of, deception involved. This could be just another earth sign, a Virgo, another Capricorn, or Taurus. But yeah, in the past, or there's something that you guys are anticipating, you're expecting it. It has to do with a lot of conflict, a lot of competition, a lot of he said, she said, bickering back and forth, as well as somebody being backstabbed, somebody being betrayed, okay, left out, lied to. This could definitely be a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini doing this, or this could be happening to a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. This definitely has something to also do with someone feeling stuck, bound, left out of something, not knowing how to defend themselves, not knowing what to say, or they're not seeing something, hearing something, or this is you guys in this energy, Virgo. All right. And yeah, like I said, with this Three of Wands, you guys have this already happened, or you guys know that it's going to. So let's clarify. Let's see exactly what these energies are, y'all. Why is the Five of Wands here? What is this conflict? What is this bickering? What is this he said, she said, drama, gossiping? What is this energy? Hi. Yeah, I apologize that you guys are dealing with this. Yes. Yes, this could definitely be some sort of weird energy. You said they're all sick. Yeah. Let's see. Why is this Five of Wands here for Virgos? Okay. Love. All right. And I should have said what I was picking up on, Virgo, but I did hear when I said this is some sort of conflict, some sort of battle and war. I did hear all is well in love and war. Okay. And this is war. And this is love. All right, so there is some sort of romance, some sort of relationship, marriage, okay? Or if it doesn't have anything to do with an actual relationship with a lover in that sense, there's somebody that you guys love. There's somebody, a friend, a family member, okay? An associate, all right? You guys love this person, okay? And you guys are defending them. You're going to war, okay? You said they just destroy me every day. Well, keep your vibration high, oh 05, and just stay up, have courage and strength, all right? And just pray to the divine, pray to the Most High to give you strength at this time, to give you advice and give you peace, okay? So now you guys have the Ten of Swords. Let's clarify what this backstabbing, betrayal, ending, okay, harsh ending. All right, let's see what this is. What's going on with Virgos? What is this Ten of Swords energy at this time that Virgos could be dealing with? What is this? Virgos, I feel like there was a lot of things that were done in the dark. I see family was involved, okay? I feel like there was a lot of things that you guys really couldn't say anything about. You just kind of was thinking about these energies, all right, with this Ten of Swords, okay? I feel like a lot of you guys, when this was happening, you kind of just decided to do your own thing and pretend like it wasn't happening. But I feel like whether this was happening to you guys or somebody that's the air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, or somebody that you guys know of was going through this energy of betrayal, of darkness, of things that y'all couldn't talk about, okay? Something to do with blood, okay? This could be gang related, or this could be actual blood, like somebody's family. But I feel like many of you guys, you kind of tried to walk away from this or ignore it if it was happening to you all. And I feel like now something has just blew up, okay? Something is like, it can't go on any longer. All right, something has definitely ended, whether this was a situation y'all were witnessing or something that happened to you guys. I'm also hearing backfired, okay? So there's something that was going on like that y'all have watched backfire, Virgo. Hi, Tammy Hall. Yeah, this is just for the sign of Virgos, but like I said already, sometime this week, I promise you guys, make sure you subscribe. I am gonna come on here and I will do free questions. I will do one free question, all right? And I'll also take donations if people just want to donate. I'll put the CA, the Cash App information, all right? But not this particular reading, all right? So you guys have freeze energy, all right? So there's a situation that has somebody stuck, having somebody feeling like they can't move. Their life was slowed down. Their progress was slowed down. That has backfired, okay? Also, I'm getting that many of you guys were dealing with this, okay? There was something that somebody did something to where you guys felt like you could not speak on it. You could not act on it. You could not do something, and that has backfired. You guys are fighting back now with that Five of Wands that came out. I do feel like this is concerning love for a lot of y'all, a relationship, a marriage, or a love that you guys have for somebody. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can just be a friend. Okay, so let's see exactly why the Eight of Swords is here now for Virgos. All right. So Virgo, I feel like many of you guys have been feeling really gray, really blah every day, okay? You guys don't really have much color in your life energetically, all right? I also feel like many of you guys are ready. I keep hearing I'm ready for this to be over, all right? So I don't know if many of y'all are dealing with a court case, okay? A legal situation, all right? If you guys are dealing with some sort of lawsuit, or some of you guys are actually dealing with incarceration. I am getting that some of you guys are dealing with incarceration, but the judge has decided to take things light on you. So there could be something to where you get like work release. You go in on a weekend, okay? I don't really remember what that's called. You go in on a weekend, and then you guys go, you get to get released to go to work. Or some of y'all is something like that, okay? Some of y'all could be dealing with probation. I am seeing that, all right, where you guys can't travel, all right? You have to get some sort of test. Some of y'all, I'm seeing DUI, all right, for your drinking. A lot of you guys could have gotten a vehicle accident, all right? But I am seeing something about AA as well. A lot of you guys could work in law enforcement and you're not happy anymore, okay? You feel like there's a lot of disloyalty, all right, Virgo? And many of you guys want to get out of this sort of career. I'm also channeling and seeing something about many of you guys cry in privacy, okay? There's a situation to where you guys were like, I would never let anybody see me cry. Or maybe you guys don't know how strong you are, but when you get alone, you cry, okay? Like tears everywhere. But you guys break down when no one is around emotionally. I feel like there's a lot of things that you guys have had to what is it called, suppress, keep inside, just so that you can have the life that you want. But none of this stuff really truly brings you guys any happiness. I feel like there's a lot of things, Virgo, that you guys suppress to have the house, the living situation, the car, the career, the marriage that you guys want, all right? But at this point, at this time, you guys are realizing that it's not giving you that, and you guys just want to be happy overall. I'm seeing that. You guys are fighting for real love. You're like, if there's anything that actually makes me happy, you guys just really want to be loved. Excuse me, Virgo. Many of you guys are really yearning to be loved and accepted for who you are. You want that. You want somebody to, you guys have a lot of experience in dating. You have a lot of experience in being somebody that can attract the opposite sex or the same sex. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like at this time, Virgo, there's been a strong hunger and desire for you guys to want to be in a relationship with somebody that just is in love with you. They can't get enough. Excuse me, y'all. I told y'all my throat chakra, this incense and everything. They can't get enough of you guys. You guys want somebody like that. You're fighting for that. You feel like you guys are coming to a space, I'm channeling, Virgo, to where you're like, I've done everything. I sacrificed my life for 6 years of college, or 6 years behind taking care of other people and loving other people and going after a career because my parents wanted me to, or my family wanted me to, or I thought I wanted it. And now you guys are feeling like whatever it is that you gave your all to, you guys at this time feel like none of it really gave you fulfillment like you want. So now you guys are in this energy of wanting to have love, wanting to be in a relationship. And even if it's not love as far as like dating and romance and marriage, you guys want somebody that loves you when your breath stinks, when you just wake up, when your hair is not done, when you don't have money, when you don't look, as good, when your weight is up and down, when you guys really want that. You feel like I deserve that. And at this time, that's something that many of you guys have been fighting for, okay? So those are just channeled messages I'm getting. Maria, hi, how are you? I hope that you subscribed and liked. Sometime this week, I'm going to come on and I'm going to do a live with just questions for you guys. Free questions that you can donate if you would like, okay? I'm going to pick a day for that, but right now I'm just doing readings for Virgo, okay? So I apologize if, you guys didn't get that memo, but yeah, I'm going to pick one day this week where I will do that. But right now I'm just doing tarot readings for Virgo, okay? So yeah, Virgo, let's clarify and see exactly what this is. But that's what I'm channeling off of this Eight of Swords. This is the energy that has you guys somewhat stuck and bound. And if that didn't resonate, then this could be an Aquarius that you guys were dealing with, a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini that just wanted love, that felt that way, okay? So what is the Eight of Swords for Virgo? What is this Eight of Swords? All right. Look. Oh my goodness. All that shuffling. And y'all still have this energy coming out. Y'all still have this energy coming out. Okay. Wow. It's definitely you guys feeling that way. Like you just want to be loved for who you are. You just want somebody that doesn't, we've all witnessed. I gotta pick this card up. So 1 second, y'all, but you can still hear me. We've all witnessed people have somebody that loves them like that. Like they love their dirty draws. All right. And Virgo, I feel like many of you guys are just like, you don't want to settle. You don't want to settle for somebody that just likes you when things are going good or whatever. You guys really want somebody that just loves you for who you are. Okay. A lot of y'all could definitely be mature, older people. Like what's older, 25 and up, okay, 25 to 30, 35 that feel this way, and you guys are over like simple dating, okay, mediocre conversations and friendships. You guys want somebody that really loves you for who you are, okay? So let's see, what is the Three of Wands? Why is, all right, something is just starting, wanted to come out in reverse, but this definitely came out in reverse. So poverty. All right, you guys are looking towards something that happened in the past or something that you're expecting to happen. All right, this could definitely have been dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces that you guys had fallen out with, or you were at a distance with them. I'm gonna see. Let's see. Why is the Three of Wands here? Why is this Three of Wands here? Yeah, nature. So many of you guys want to get out of the city, town, country, state. Take it as it resonates where you are. You want to see other things. You feel like the energy is kind of like negative and toxic where you guys are. So what is this Three of Wands? You guys could be making plans to travel, okay? To go somewhere else. All right. Yeah. You have travel spell. All right, so I clarified it. I knew that's what that was. All right, but sometimes there's so many cards, you just have to keep shuffling. But I definitely knew what that energy was. Let's channel and see. Yeah, many of you guys are looking at maps. You guys are definitely looking at how many hours something might take to go and travel somewhere. I am seeing something about people that have passports. Many of you guys at this time are looking into getting a visa. For some of you guys, if that's not the case, many of you guys are just trying to see like what needs to be done to relocate. For another number of you guys, I feel like this is something you guys have been working on for like the last 3 months, okay, the last 3 years. Take it as it resonates, leave what doesn't, Virgo. But I also am getting an energy where many of you guys are looking into the currency. Okay, so so for a lot of you guys, this is definitely something about another country, but I feel like you guys, if it is in the same state wherever you're located, there's a situation where you guys are trying to see how things, you're very organized, Virgo. So I feel like many of you guys are trying to see how bills, okay, how the language, okay, communicating with those foreigners or those other people, okay? How things will be, the school district, the laws in that area, the police precinct, or should we say the county, okay, the local law enforcement. There's things like that that you guys are looking into. All right. I feel like there's already been like the main stuff have been taken care of as far as the property that you're going to relocate to and stay in and all of that. I feel like that stuff has already been taken care of. Now you guys are just looking into like the areas, if you want to go to the bar, the gym, things like that. It could be more detailed for you, but this is the messages that I'm picking up. Okay. I'm also seeing where many of you guys are wanting to go somewhere where people have different values, people have different morals. Something is significant about a Virgo or Virgos out there that don't want to be judged by what they wear, by what they have. You really are on a quest to look for real love. This brings me to my Nollywood days, you guys. If you don't know, I used to watch Nollywood. If you don't know what Nollywood is, it's like a community, like how you have Hollywood in America. It's just like a community online where it's all pretty much like African and Nigerian movies. And what brought me towards that point, or that energy, is Look at the clothing. Look at the garments on this card of this person, right? And then we can clearly see like the sea. We can clearly see like the ocean and things like that. And so as far as, like I was stating, you know, Virgos, a lot of you guys could be looking into, you know, just how things are gonna be when it comes to you guys moving or traveling somewhere. So you guys are looking into how um you guys are looking into how the laws are there, you know, when it comes to speeding. Maybe you guys like to motorcycle ride. Maybe many of you guys like to smoke. Whatever it is that you do, wherever it is that you're moving, you're looking into like the law when it comes to things like that, because you just like to stay on top of stuff like that. You're like really organized, Virgo. So many of you guys want to be aware of how the community is, as far as police, as far as, you know, are they people that like to go to those what do you call it, community meetings, community neighborhood meetings or whatever. All right, so that's the type of stuff that I mean when I say like you guys are looking into the law and things like that. But with this person's garment, okay, I feel like many of you guys are thirsting, you're longing to go somewhere where people are not just wanting to hang out with you, talk to you, date you just because of what you wear, just because of what you have, what you live in, what you drive. Many of you guys want to go somewhere where people pretty much dress the same, look the same. And if that's not the case, you guys just want to go somewhere new where not many people notice you or they don't know you. And you're on this quest to see if you can find real love. And a lot of those Nollywood movies, as I was stating, if you just type it in and that's something that you want to entertain yourself with, I could definitely use a break from it, you know, for a few years, because I definitely used to binge watch a lot of Nollywood. But if you don't know what I'm talking about and you want to look into something new that's entertaining, okay, there's a lot of those Nollywood movies. You could just type in Nollywood movies and then just put the keywords like pretend and real love, true love, okay? And you'll see like different movies come out, because that's a lot of what their movies, they have a lot of like the same themes. They have a lot of movies they putting out. Like if you subscribe, so many channels you can subscribe to, and they're like constantly uploading movies. I used to be like, damn, how and when are they? Some of the same actors and actors, if you get what I'm saying. But there's a lot of movies that are like that for them, you know, where they're like the billionaire pretended to be blind or pretended to be crippled or pretended to be in a wheelchair to find real love, and or pretended to be poor and a beggar to find real love. Whole time this person's a billionaire. So obviously the people that, you know, came across this person that's pretending to be poor or pretending to be blind or pretending to be crippled, they're really not like that. And so they're looking to see what person would actually still like them, still see their potential, still love them, still be there for them, still nurture them, still aid with them when they're in pain, okay, and things like that. And then once they find that one, you know, all of the other people that treat them like they're nothing because they think they're poor, or they think that they can't see, or they think that they're crippled, or whatever, you know, they would be pretending about, when that one person that has a heart, that loves them, that falls in love with them, that, you know, stuff like that. A lot of their movies are like that, and I think it's a very good idea. It's a very good concept. And so that's what all in all, I feel like Virgos, I don't know if you guys watch this type of content. I am channeling that you do, some of you guys out there, and you guys are like, oh my God, like, that's what I want to do. I want to do that, because, you know, people leave people all the time. People hurt people for their money, just for life insurance policies, or to take everything at the end of the marriage, and or, you know, they get with them for one thing and then they're having an affair. So I feel like Virgos, many of you guys, you're looking at your biological clock and you're just like, that's what I want. I want to go on a quest where I know that the person that's with me is here because they love me, not because of, you know, this or that. And if that were to happen, I think that's another method that a lot of those movies, you know, the people that write those movies or whatever, I feel like it's a good idea for them, how they feel about it. Because if you're pretending to be crippled, if you're pretending to be blind, or if you're pretending to be poor or something like that, think about it. And that's not really who you are. You really have loads of money. You really, you know, are not crippled. You really can see. You're not really somebody that, you know, has any of those things that you're pretending to be, you know, to see if somebody will still love you with those flaws. Just imagine you find that love, you marry that person, and now you tell them, look, I'm not blind, I'm not crippled, I'm not poor, And now you know they love you without that. So guess what? If these things were to happen, right? That's why I feel like, you know, they felt like that was such a good idea, because life happens. Now, if they were to actually, you know, become crippled, get in a wheelchair, or lose their sight, can't see or hear, or, you know, lose all their money, and now they're actually broke, you know, you don't have to worry about if this person would just not love you anymore, because they fell in love with you when they thought that that was the case. So anyway, those are some really, really good movies, y'all. Clock it if you know. I love those movies. But it's just something that I feel like is very creative, okay, very good, that a lot of those foreigners do. And you know, because we do live in a time where a lot of people, they would never even look at you twice if you weren't in a certain situation, okay, as far as like having money, having certain connections and resources. And you know, they wouldn't look at you if they thought that you were, you know, crippled, or you know, blind, or you know, poor, or don't have much. It's the same energy. A lot of people wouldn't look at you twice if they felt like that as well. And so it's the ones that still see you, you know, that real true love, the ones that still notice things about you, that still care, that still reach down and pick up something that you dropped and hand it to you, that still want to love on you even when you're going through hard times. That a lot of people that have all of that money, they want that. They feel like, you know, I shouldn't be just somebody's pay pig, or I shouldn't just be somebody's person that they can go to or fall in love with because they want money. They want to be spoiled and shopped. And so it's a definitely good idea. And I feel like Virgos, that's what I'm channeling. Okay, I use my amethyst stone here. That's definitely what I'm channeling is going on with a lot of you guys. Okay, so many of you guys could be Virgos that are in another country. I'm channeling also, that's already somewhere else, and you guys are doing this. But for the most part, I feel like many of you guys are just trying to put a facade, okay, over who you really are. You want to mask what you know. Some of you guys, this could be some sort of online dating where you don't really have your picture on there. You don't really have your true identity shown, okay? Just something that's kind of close to it. You're not showing how smart you are, how educated you are, what connections as far as family and money that you guys might have, because you truly do want to find real love. You want to see who's out there that loves you for you, okay? And if that's not the case, many of you guys feel just stuck because you wish that you could do this. All right, take it as it resonates, Virgo. Many of you guys feel like it's too late. You're already known or something, and you guys wish that this was something that you guys could do, because you want that real love. You want that connection where somebody loves you through the thick and thin, through the ups and downs, the hard times of, you know, this journey called life, and just how ugly this world can get. Okay, so let's see, what is this Three of Wands energy? Why is the Three of Wands here? Why is the Three of Wands here? Yeah, you have 666, okay, angel number. So many of you guys are definitely in this energy. You're also being protected with 333 at the bottom of the deck. All right, somebody could definitely be a Gemini, okay? You did have air sign energy out here. So with 6, somebody could definitely be a June Gemini. All right, and then you also have a 3 here with the 3 of Wands, and also a 3 here. Okay, some of you guys could work with the energy of Shango. I'm also channeling that. His number is 6, but I feel like somebody could be 66, going on the age 66. Okay, and these 3 6s break down to 18 as well. So somebody's birthday could be on the 18th, okay? Somebody's child could be turning 18, and you're waiting until they turn 18 before you move on this quest to find real love, okay? But all in all, I just feel like with this 666, if you guys, you know, over most of us readers, most of us spiritual people, we're spiritual, we're not religious, so we don't really pay attention to any of the religious foolishness, okay, the religious nonsense. But I feel like there's a urge that you guys just need to balance out, some energies that you need to balance out, and that's with like the casual dating, the casual friendships. You guys want things that have more substance, okay? You want something to where you know that, okay, if you were to get an awful diagnosis, okay, if you were to fall down and something happened, as I stated already, where, you know, you're not the same anymore. Now you know, you're crippled or something, you go through a car accident, that a person will not just flee and just not love on you, not be your friend anymore. They'll still be there for you. They'll still love you. All right, that's what you guys are wanting, because that 666 talks about balance, okay, needing balance. All right, when you look up the meaning of it when it comes to spirituality. So let's get one more. Why is this 3 of Wands here? That was very sweet of you, Auntie. Okay. Yes. What is this Three of Wands? What is this Three of Wands energy? Something is left behind. Yeah. Yeah, I'm also channeling for you guys, Virgo, that many of you guys feel like there was some things that seemed to be set and fixed a certain way that seemed to be, but it was fake, okay? Many of you guys want to walk away from that now. You guys want to walk away. You want to fight for real love, okay? Remember that Five of Wands was in the beginning of the reading. If you want, you can always rewind this, slow it down, okay? Adjust the speed and really listen to what I'm saying, okay? This is definitely being channeled by you guys as guardian angels. But yeah, there's an energy of things like just being about business and being fake, okay? You guys are being protected from this energy, and you guys want to walk away from that, and you want to see out of this billions of people in the world, okay, this huge world that we live in, you're giving it your all, okay? You're like, spirits, guide me. I want to find real love, okay? I want to find real friendships. I want to find real business partners. I want to find real love, and I think that's beautiful. Before I close this out, I want to share this with you guys. One of my favorite Nollywood movies that I used to watch, okay? I really like, you know, I've evolved to other things. I love everything about Haiti and the Haitian culture and things like that. I've been discovering myself as well as my Haitian ancestors that I have in my bloodline, which is very, very, very big. I did not know it, but I feel like certain Haitian people already knew when I was younger. So yes, I've been looking into other things. You know, it's still love for Africans and Nigeria and things like that. I definitely still respect their culture. I love Africa. I love Nigeria, the E5 practices. You know, Africa is huge, right? But one of my favorite movies like that, and it's actually the same storyline, Virgo, where the person is pretending to be one way to find real love. So I'm gonna see if I can. Well, if you watch this from the Princess Diamond Tarot channel, I'll be able to put it in the description. I will definitely link this movie. But I believe it's called, if you just type in "I pretended to be blind" and then husband or something like that, all right? But pretty much the movie, it was like, okay, so there was this woman. She's like one of my favorite Nollywood Nigerian actresses, by the way. Her story was, okay, so she's with this younger guy. I believe his name is Chris, okay? She's with this African younger guy, and he's attractive, you know. He does look like, you know how society can kind of be like really, really, what is that word when they're not like deep? Superficial, I think. You know how society can kind of like really be like really superficial and things like that. And so like that's like one of them couples where people probably would look at it and be like, oh, that person just with them for their money, because, you know, society is like when it comes to like superficial things like looks and money and stuff like that, a lot of times people will judge and they'll try to make it seem like there's just no way that that person could truly love the other person when you don't know what they've been through, okay? But this was like one of them situations to where, because how society has trained us on what we should think is beautiful or what we should think is handsome and attractive, most people, not all people, but most people go that direction. So the guy is younger. He's a younger guy. He's like a lighter complexion or whatever, and the woman, you know, she's a more dark-skinned African woman, okay, older. And off the rip, if you're just tuning in and watching it, you'll think like, oh, he's a player, he's younger, he's still out here slanging lick dick, you know what I'm saying? And he's just with her because she holds it down financially. And I feel like obviously the woman was no fool, so they had been together, I want to say like a year or two, right? And then she had came up with this plan, but when you're watching a movie, you don't know that she's planning this. Like the movie starts with her already having like shades on and being blind, right? Her having this cane, and it shows like him kind of like running errands and doing stuff around the house that she asked him to do. That's kind of like how the movie starts off. So pretty much like mid movie, because they hire a maid, which is very, very common over in Nigeria. When they have like a lot of money and stuff, they'll like hire in help, whether it's for the kids like a nanny, or they'll hire somebody to like cook and clean, wash clothes and things like that, and they'll let them stay there with them, right? And so that's very, very common out there. That's something that they do. Even if you're not like extremely rich, a lot of them do that. And so the lady obviously dealing with, you know, her vision being gone, or so she was pretending. That's what they did. And so the girl they hired, which is also another actress that I really, really like, she's a Scorpio like me, they hire her on, and she's like, you know, Nollywood baddie, BBL, makeup, lace front wig, all of that type of stuff. And so the lady that's pretending that has the money and stuff, she's like asking her husband, like, how does she look? How is everything? And he's like looking her up and down, and he's like, everything's good, she's good or whatever. And so the girl, she was actually like really, really like respectful. She's calling her, like, they say yes, mom, which means ma'am. So she's like, thank you, mom, thank you, ma'am, thank you for the opportunity, you know, genuine, like really, really was trying to respect the lady and appreciate the opportunity, because she had came from like the trenches out there, which is like the village, what they call the village. And so the movie is really good. It just goes on, like, at first she was just trying to do her job, be respectful, but then the husband did come on to her. And obviously, like I said, the lady was pretending the whole time, so she kind of like, she's seen it, she just like calculating everything, like, okay, you know. But she wasn't a weak woman, so that it wasn't just that one thing or the second thing or the third thing that she was like using to just be like, I'm gonna have to call this marriage off, I'm not gonna be with him, he doesn't love me, he just with me for my money. She because she would have been okay with that, like, you know, men, you know, maybe he's stressed out, you know, he thinks I'm blind right now, because obviously the story goes, when they first met, she wasn't blind, you know, a car accident that they got into. Then it flashbacks at the end of the movie, but she pretty much told the doctor, like, I want you to tell my husband when he comes picks me up that, you know, I can't see no more. So that's pretty much, you know, I don't want to tell everything of the movie, but I'm just telling you, like, most of it. They have tons of movies that are like this storyline anyway. But the dude pretty much ends up like hollering at the girl. At first, the girl, the maid girl, she was like, I don't want to do that, you know, I just want to do my job, da 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 da. But he's just like, but I want you, you know, you so beautiful, you so sexy and stuff. So they start having sex or whatever. The girl ends up getting pregnant, and pretty much both of them was pregnant at the same time. So he was sleeping with both of them at the same time, or the other one was already pregnant, I don't know. But both of them end up being pregnant, and so her husband starts spending more time downstairs in the maid girl's room or whatever. And so pretty much, you know, the girl, she's stigmatized, you know, he's putting it on her, and she's pregnant now. So she talks to him about it, you know, they both get happy and decide to keep it, long story short. And so he starts trying to borrow money from his wife, you know. So he's like, I need money, I need money, I need money. And so, you know, him thinking she's blind, you know, she checks her card or her account one day, and she's like, oh my God, what is he said he needed to go grocery shopping, why is he spending $70,000 and stuff? And it's showing him and the girl like coming back in with bags and shopping bags, and, you know, her kissing on him like, thank you, baby, thank you. Him like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna get all the money that she got, because I know she got a lot of money, you know, look at this mansion she living in, da, 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 I'm gonna get it all, and we're gonna just leave and live happily ever after with our baby and stuff. So I'm not telling everything, because it was more stuff. It's some plot twists with both of them being pregnant. It was a bunch of stuff that happened, but in the end, she pretty much just confronted him, let him know I'm not really blind, you know, told him and the girl to get out of her mansion. She had like the police and her best friend, which her best friend passed the test too, because her best friend thought that she was also blind, you know. And so through all of that, the only person that knew she was pretending was the doctor that told her, that she told to say that she was. And so at the end of the movie, she told her best friend, well, not the end, but before they confronted her husband and the maid mistress girl, she pretty much was like, I can see you. And her best friend was like, oh my God, really? Like, she was so happy. And like, watching the movie, when you watch it, you'll be like, man, everybody will want like a real fucking friend, somebody that, because she could have switched up, the friend could have switched up. The friend was like going off on the house help mom girl, the maid. She was like going off for like, why are you dressing like this? Because she started dressing like wearing her ass out. Like, y'all gotta watch the movie. But she was just like confronting her. And Virgo, I did not mean to go this long, but I just had to just give y'all the tea on this, because this is definitely something that y'all are dealing with, okay? Something that you guys are working towards. You want this. I feel like some of y'all definitely could watch those type of movies, all right? If you're not watching those type of movies, you might want to, okay, Virgos, or anybody come across this message. But I just wanted to leave y'all with that, okay? Again, happy Monday. Enjoy you guys this week. I will definitely be back on tomorrow if you're watching from my live stream on Honey Tribe, to do Libras, Scorpio, and Sagittarius, okay? And then Wednesday we're gonna go ahead and get into Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And Thursday, Aries, Taurus, and Virgo, okay? Until we go into Virgo season, and Virgo will start and be first. and it'll go, you know, Mondays it'll be Virgos, Scorpio, Virgos, Libras, and Scorpio, excuse me. Tuesday, Sag, Capricorn, you know, it'll change like that. So you guys can get a hang of the schedule. But really, really good movie. I'm going to possibly try to post the link to it in my post. So if you guys are subscribed, just check in a couple hours. It'll be on there. Hopefully you can find it on your own. All right. And like I said, Princess Diamond Tarot watchers from that page, I'll definitely put it in the description of this. Okay. So it'll be on the description when this is uploaded. Okay. So yeah, I definitely feel like many of you guys, did I pull advice? I don't even think I pulled advice, y'all. Let's see. I just had to spill the tea on that movie, y'all. That movie, I feel like that's what a lot of y'all are dealing with. I definitely do. I feel like a lot of y'all are definitely dealing with a scenario like that, where you want to make sure that if anything were to go wrong, you got a life partner on your hands, okay? Somebody that genuinely loves you, genuinely wants to see you do well. Okay, so let's see. What is the advice? What's the advice at this time for Virgos? What's the advice at this time for Virgos? All right, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's definitely for you guys to fight to go in whatever direction that you guys have been picking up on. This is the Revolutionary card. Okay, sometimes it can also talk about debatable energy, but I feel like this is saying that if there's people, family members, friends, okay, society or societal views being forced onto you, Virgos, now is your time to get on your horse energetically, okay, with your sword, and to charge forward for what it is that you guys want to do. It's your life. And it's sad, you know, that we live in a time, yeah, a lot of you guys have to walk away from anything being forced on you at this time, anything that is like the norm and common, okay, because you guys have a beautiful vision. You guys have a lot of guidance, a lot of beautiful spirit guides that are guiding you towards the life that they feel like and know that you guys deserve. And I feel like energetically you guys are definitely being advised to get on your horse with your sword, which represents your clarity, your communication, your truth, and to charge forward fast. Okay, not too fast, but definitely charge forward towards this new idea, this new identity. Okay, and for a lot of you guys, it has to do with you wanting real love. It has to do with you wanting real friendships. Okay, people that you know are just there around you, loving on you, supporting you because they genuinely love you and they genuinely like you. Okay. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Yeah, it says you need verbal or written therapy, okay? So like I said, this is that debatable energy, okay? I feel like many of you guys, it's time for you to just live in your truth. It says fairies assisting you. So yeah, I told you guys, you have a lot of divine, beautiful spirit guides that are guiding you towards a life that they feel like you deserve. And it's not something that a lot of people have. Real love is not something that a lot of people truly have when it comes to their friends, their lover. All right. And so, yeah. What's this Knight of Swords again? Some of you guys, you might need to journal. This is protection. All right. Some of you guys with the Knight of Swords, this is some things that you need to affirm and say over and over and over. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's journaling. So you guys can go ahead and start journaling if you want. Just a creative thing. You can journal like the life that you want, the marriage that you want. Okay. I am so happy. Dear diary, I am so happy today with the love of my life. You know, the way that they look at me, the way that they compliment me, you know. Get creative. All right, so you guys can do it. Virgos, happy Monday again, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream here. Again, if you're watching from Princess Diamond Tarot, all of the information will be in the description if you guys want to donate or reach out for a personal reading. And all of the love that you guys show and have given does not go unnoticed. Okay, and until we meet again, Virgos, light and love.